we are going to do our best of 2014. Yay!
Okay, I'll go first. Since I just recently read it, I'm picking My True Love Came to Me. It has like pretty much every young adult author ever in it. Holly Black, Gail Forman, Jenny Han, Stephanie Perkins, Rainbow Rowell, Kristen Wright, Laini Taylor. This is such a cute book. There weren't any stories in it that I didn't like. It's such a good book to read around the holidays. Totally recommend this. And then I also really loved, I read this around Halloween, so either the end of September or the beginning of October. Welcome to the Dark House by Lori.
Oh, yeah. Faria Stellar?
Yeah, I always have a problem with her name. I don't know why. I have to look at my notebook. Sorry if I look down. Some of these books I read in my Kindle, so I don't have. But oh my god, I totally love that book. It had like a creepy house and a creepy abandoned amusement park.
Ooh.
Crazy stuff was happening. People were disappearing. Oh my god, I totally recommend it if you want to read something really creepy. And it was a really quick read. I read it like as soon as it came out. I was super excited about it. I haven't really heard too much talk about it. So I don't know if people just aren't reading it yet or what, but I loved it. Then I'm going to group these books together. I read Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After. I read them all right in a row as soon as Isla came out by Stephanie Perkins. I now know why everyone was hyping these books up. They are so adorable. I think my favorite might have been Anna. And a lot of people say that Lola is better, but I liked Anna better. I don't know. I love them all, but they're just cute contemporary romance books. I totally recommend them, and I read them all within like a week. And then I read The Program by Suzanne Young. I read this during the summer for a read-along, and it was there was a really high teenage suicide rate. So like, yeah, there's a second one out. I want to read it. It was a really good dystopian book. Like, as soon as you showed any signs of being unhappy, they take you and put you in the program.
Oh, so it's almost done the same way as Delirium.
Kind of.
In a way. Down in that kind of,
Yeah.
it has to do with your feelings.
So, like, the main girl is trying to pretend like she's trying to fake it. When, like, I think her best friend had killed herself. Or he was taken to the program. I think he might have killed himself. I don't remember. It's been a while. But I know I really totally loved it. Then I also read this summer Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. Oh my god.
Amazing
I loved the book. It was so
Amazing
awesome. I love Roar.
Yes.
That's one of my goals is to finish the series this year. But I've read that and oh my god, I totally loved it. You know, that's also another hyped up series on BookTube. And I know why. Why should I ever, like, every book that's hyped up, I always pretty much love if I read it. And what else? I also read, the summer was like a big read-along summer.
Yeah.
So I read a lot of books. I read Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. That's, I'm going to say it was a new adult book. Because I don't know, or maybe it was contemporary. I don't remember if they were in college or high school. But it was like, you know, just like a romancy type bad boy kind of book, which I kind of love those, like bad boys, but they turn out to be good. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm sure every girl watching this knows what I'm talking about. I love those kind of books. I also read, I actually have this one, Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Obviously, this is, you know, the Lunar Chronicles, the first in the Lunar Chronicles, about the cyborg, Cinder. I totally love this book. I haven't started Scarlet. I started Scarlet, but I haven't gotten past, like, the first chapter. I don't know why. I've just failed in that department. But I totally love Cinder, and I've just heard that the series just gets better from there, so I'm excited to read the rest of them. Then I also read, pretty much when it came out, Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. I love Messed Up Oz. Just like I really love Messed Up Wonderland, I just like taking fairy tales and making them really strange and creepy creatures, and I just really love that. And Dorothy is a lunatic who dresses kind of slutty. But I like that she always wears the gingham pattern dresses, even if they're like super short.
Like Halloween, sexy, Dorothy
kind of
short.
like that.
Okay.
She dresses like that.
Trampy.
Oh, I love this book. I'm super excited for the next one. I read the novella that just came out a couple
Were there
weeks
2
ago.
novellas?
There were 2. There was like a prequel novella I wasn't super into, but the one that just came out about Jelia, I loved it.
Jelly Jan.
And I love her name. I named a sim after her. Okay, let's see. What's next? I also read Don't You Forget About Me by Kate Carius Quinn. I got that, I think, early last year from Edelweiss. I got it early, as an early review copy. I loved it. It was just so weird. Like, so weird. It's, like, hard to even explain what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of have to go into it. It's about this town where no one ever gets sick, but every 4 years the teenagers kind of lose their minds, and they have powers. And this girl's twin sister ended up leading all these kids to their death. And they get locked, like the kids that have, they call it a 4th year. The kids that have a bad 4th year get put into this, like, building, like on the hill. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. And there's, like, I don't know, there's, like, every kid in the town has some kind of weird magic.
That's cool.
It's a really different book.
I have to read that.
I think that might be, like, one of my top favorites of the year. Because it's like, I've never even seen anything like this. And a lot of people didn't get it. I was reading some reviews on Goodreads. People were like, I don't get it. Like, you kind of have to just go with it. And then, in the beginning of the year, I read Unhinged by A.G. Howard. This should not be a surprise that this is in my favorites for 2014. And I'm sure Ensnared will be in my favorites for 2015. I can't wait. 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. A week from Tuesday it'll be out. So excited. And obviously this is a continuation of Splintered, Alice in Wonderland, Morpheus. Yes. Read it if you haven't. I highly recommend it.
Yes, read it.
Yeah, I need to read it.
Then I didn't read Shatter Me this year, but I read the other ones. And Ignite Me I read, which is the last one, by Tahereh Mafi. Oh my god. Oh my god. I totally love those books. I love the whole Shatter Me trilogy. I've read even the novella. I really, really love those books. I like Warner, even though I really didn't see how everyone liked Warner in the beginning. Because I'm like, this dude's a psycho jerk. But I turned that around in the end. And, of course, I also read this year The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I didn't think I would like this because I don't like books involving cancer. And I don't know, but it's an amazing book. And I also love The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Everyone knows those books. I haven't read the other ones yet, but I have the second one, and that's on my goal for this next year, is to finish them. And then the final book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I also did love that book about Selena the assassin. And I know there's going to be like a ton in that series, so I'm kind of taking my time with that one, because I might even have to reread it before I go on, because I read it at like the beginning of the year. I mean, I remember pretty much everything that happened, but I might just skim through some of it for review purposes. I don't know if I also really like Don't Look Back by Jennifer Allen Rochow. I'm sorry, this just keeps going on. This is about a girl. I read this early in the summer too. This is about a girl who she loses her memory.
Yeah.
And she comes back and she doesn't know what happened to her.
And she's trying to figure out.
And she was a jerk.
Yes,
So
she
it's
was
kind of like
she was like a rich snobby jerk, and then
the accident happened.
the accident happened. She came back, and she's a lot nicer after the accident. And she doesn't, and so it's just about her figuring out what happened to her.
And who tried to kill her.
Which is a good mystery. I liked it.
Yep.
It was sort of easy to figure out, but kept, like, throwing you little curveballs that you weren't entirely sure. You're like, maybe this is the person, and then you're like, maybe not, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did to me.
So, that is my very long...
That's okay.
I tried to spit him out really fast.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so this is in no particular order. This is just as I was writing them down. So, by Cora Carmack, the Losing It, Finding It, Faking It, all three of them. I can't choose a favorite.
Losing It. Start with Losing It, if you haven't read any of them.
You definitely, because Finding It and Faking It have characters from Losing It. Stop it.
Yeah, they're all connected, but not sequels to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could read Faking It and Finding It by themselves, but yeah.
I haven't read Faking It, but I personally think Losing It is the best out of the two I have read.
Well, if you ever want to borrow it, I got it.
I have it on my Kindle.
So, okay. And then I don't have this because I read it on my tablet. The Divergent series. I can't choose just one from there. I'll just read the whole series. And by A.G. Howard. Splintered.
Morpheus.
I'm noticing
Unhinged.
patterns here.
Okay,
enough.
But yeah. So, but I'm not Team Morpheus.
They like to argue, and I'm not in on it.
I'm not going to start the argument over again.
Because there is no argument. Morpheus is way better.
See what I mean?
No!
This is what I put up with. And I'm just like,
She hasn't read it yet,
No.
so I know what's going to end up happening. She's going to go Team Morpheus. She's Team Bad Boy.
yes.
I love Jeb.
I'm
I love him, but I love Morpheus more.
And then, also another series that I read on my tablet, The Immortal Instruments. Yep.
By Cassandra Clare.
Yes, thank you. I didn't write down the authors on some of these. Antoinette Serial Killer. That was a really good... That's what I...
You said
Oh,
Antoinette.
I meant Marie Antoinette. Sorry, I just wrote down...
She's going so fast. It's okay sometimes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to go forever. So, I'm just going to pull up my Goodreads.
I read that last year. It's a really good book.
And that is by... We're going to find out here in just a second.
Is that Kendra Blake?
No. She did,
Anna Dressed in Black.
yeah.
Okay.
Katie Allender did Marie Antoinette Serial Killer. So, there's that one. And then, by John Green, like everyone else, The Fault in Our Stars. I love this book. So, okay. There's that one. And then, by Libba Bray, The Diviners. I like this one because it is, it's different, it's stories from different angles. It's, they all have gifts, special gifts. It takes place in the 20s, during the Roaring 20s.
I like that.
It's really good. It's about the specter that comes back, this evil specter. He was a serial killer.
Yeah.
A Siller?
Yeah. Naughty John. So there's that one. I also did Dance of Shadow, which I don't think I have on here, but I know I read it. Oh, I think that's one of them that it didn't. Anyway, so Dance of Shadows by Yelena, and I can't think of her last name.
Oh, that book.
Yeah.
I was like, what's Dance of Shadows? Is that a Game of Thrones book?
No, Dance of Shadows. No, that's Dance with Dragons.
Okay, so like, that sounds familiar. I know what one you're talking about. I
And
haven't read it
then
yet.
by Lauren DeStefano Wither, first book in the Chemical Gardens
I know
trilogy.
a lot of people don't like this trilogy, but I love
I
it.
do. I like the premise
Did you
behind
read
it.
all of
Yeah.
them?
No, I've only read that one.
I've read all of them. I think them all. They're really good. And they're the prettiest covers
Yes,
ever.
they are.
And then by Marissa Meyer, Cinder. Just like that one. I did like this one. I haven't read the other two yet. And then Hounded.
I haven't read that one. So.
And last but not least, Bloodlines.
By Rochelle Mead.
Yep, by Rochelle Mead. I had that one right there. By Rochelle Mead. I haven't finished that series either. That's one of my goals this year is to try and finish as many series
I want
as
to
possible.
start that one. Which one is that one?
Bloodlines.
It's the spin-off. from
Oh,
Vampire
yeah,
Academy?
okay.
Yeah, it has to do with the girl with the gold tattoo. The gold Bowie tattoo.
Sydney,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I love
And your
the-
favorite
Yes!
shows up.
I know, that's why I need to read them.
So, but yeah, that is my list of, I think, like 14, maybe 10. Can't remember. I know I jumbled some of them together, so.
We're trying to go fast.
Okay, so for me, this is my... You're going to see some redundant things here, so I will just get that off of the shelf. Obviously, Tiffanyos? Tiffanyos! Okay, yeah. Need I say more? And then, also, I did the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. And then I also chose Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. If you've seen the movie, you know what it's about. Really great, really great, like, exposition. And then Spilling Blood by G.S. Wright. It's a book about vampires. It's a 4-part book. It does really something weird. It says season 1, and then each of the chapters are an episode. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that formatting, I guess you could say. And I like how it's about a book from, it's from multiple perspectives, but one of the main characters is someone who's turned, and she's pissed off that they've turned her, so she kind of goes into destructive mode.
Ooh. May have to borrow that one.
Strike. I also did Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. I don't think I need to say more on that one either. Roar is also my favorite. And then Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Lots of pop culture. I cannot talk right now. From the 80s. Video games, music, mostly video games, but also a lot of music and movie, but mostly video games. Really good book. And then Bone Shaker from Cherry Priest. This is the first book in the Clockwork Century series. It takes place in an alternate Seattle, I think. I read it at the beginning of the year. Yes, Seattle. And it's 1879, I think. Yes, and there's a map. And there's The Merciless by Danielle Vega. So there's that one. It's about a girl who pretty much there's an exorcism involved. And then I chose Hounded by Kevin Hearn. That is also a duplicate from Amy. Clearly you're going to see a pattern. And then for my favorite of the year is Soulless by Gil Carriger. It's the Parasol Protectorate, the first one in the Parasol Protectorate series. Or it's also called an Alexa Terry Body novel. I don't know why they do that. It really doesn't make sense why they have two names to it, but whatever. Basically, it takes place, I can't tell if it's Victorian or Edwardian times, but it takes place in, like, upper crust society, London, and there's all sorts of supernatural, characters, vampires, werewolves, ghosts. It's amazing. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to finish the rest of the series. So that's it. That's mine. Yay!
Until next time,
Yes.
Bye.
Reading more books.
Mhm.